Hey everyone, I want to show you an absolutely amazing technique in plasticity. It comes usually from alias and it's very often used in car modeling. So when I was creating the car modeling course, I used the technique very often that I will show you. So I am modeling here and practicing this MX Master Mouse, right? Absolutely beautiful and very complex design. And here we have a very interesting part, right? So we have at the top like this very big surface and we have this kind of surface here on the side. And the interesting thing is here this blend which goes like becomes thinner and thinner. So again, you see here we have a very sharp corner or edge or whatever, and it extremely smoothly blends out into this spherical shape at the end. So there are thousands of ways how you could do it. Yes, you could also create here some curves and loft that and make the curves here thinner and thinner, but that's so much fiddling around and it usually doesn't keep all the surfaces as clean as possible. So especially if you don't use XNurbs or something like that. And especially when you have such extreme complex surfaces, then it's very hard to achieve that just with curves. So what I also taught like in my car modeling course, and by the way, in this course that I just launched about this MX Master, where I show you absolutely step by step the full process, fully narrated, all the absolute amazing techniques and workflows enable you to create literally any object, whether it's cars, because it's the same techniques that I show you in the car, so very similar, any product, concepts, design, whatever you like. Check out first link in the description if you're interested in the full course and you want to learn everything about the most powerful modeling techniques in plasticity. So what I like to do when possible, or in general, I like to experiment and learn and apply different techniques. So this is the practice that I'm doing before the course, and maybe we will do in the course something different, right? So yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best techniques and yeah, that I can show you. But one, which is very nice, is building first the main surfaces, right? So we have here at the top, so just ignore this piece at the back. So we have this very big smooth surface at the top, which is just basically one surface. And so this big surface at the top and this on the side, right? And we have this super sharp edge here. So now the trick is we will create a pipe. So let me just do that. So I will select this edge where I want my manual blend. So first of all, I join all the surfaces. So I will take this edge here and I will duplicate it with Shift D. And now I will press F and rebuild it with like 10 points. So we just have like a nice smooth line or curve. And now I will pipe it and I will start to create the pipe. And here on the scale, increase the scale. So I will make the rear, the left side, like very, very, very juicy and thick. So something like that, maybe even more. So yeah, I don't know, it's just a practice here. So something like that. And at the front, I will keep it like very, very thin. So yeah, I will have to adjust it here a little bit again. So something like that, right? So exactly as we have here, we have this sharp corner that's more and more starts to smooth in. So now we have this pipe. I will right click and let me just hide some curves. And I will just extend it. So yeah, I forgot that to do when I was doing the pipe. So like that. And now I will just unjoin these surfaces where I want to boolean this pipe out. So Alt J. And now I will select this whole surfaces and the pipe and press Q to boolean, right click. And you see now we have this perfect hole, which we can fill in back and where we have now 100% full control about how we want the rounding. So first of all, I will just create here some extra edges, just to align the edges, right? So also we need here one at the bottom because we have this edge at the top, and also one more edge here, something like that. And now I will start to create some curves where I connect those edges with G2. So here, something very sharp. And let's go to the next point. So those two edges, and again G2, and I will just a tiny bit increase it. So something like that, and maybe a tiny bit I will increase the curvature. And one last here should be with G2, and we have something like that. And now let's start here with this juicy at the back. So if you have XNurbs, it will give you better results, but even here with the normal loft, we don't want to patch it, we want to loft it because we also have a four-sided hole, so one edge to edge, and here the second edge. So first of all, let's create an edge because you see we have here a little bit of a distance, so the loft will not work. And again, in the course I explain everything much more step by step, and obviously before we come into this point, just everything makes more sense. So if some things does not make sense and you're a beginner, that's fine. In the course everything will make sense. But I will just take this edge here and this, and it's a bit hard here, like this edge, and bridge that like that. Because now we can just take this edge and loft it with bam, G2, and squeeze it in this edge and squeeze it in this edge. And if we check the reflection, you see we have, I know it's not class A and everything, so you see we have a very nice smooth surface. And look how round this is, and it's exactly following our shape. It's exactly what we like or want. And now let's loft those guys here at the front and give G2. And okay, we get some issues. So in the course, again, like I'm recording right now before I'm recording the actual course. So if we will get then in the future an issue like that in the course, we will also directly solve it live. So you will know then how to solve any issues. But for now, I will then go with G1, which will be fine as well. So like that, right click, and you see we have an also, so it's a very sharp edge, so we don't have like real reflections, but also you see it looks very good enough like that. Let's join now all of those surfaces. And now, and obviously with XNurbs, you will get a much better result. So let me just show it to you. So again, the course will be completely indie, but I will always like sprinkle in some XNurbs for those who have it, because if you select those four edges and you XNurb that, you can press G2. Whoops, that's the patch hole. So yeah, XNurbs, tap G2, and give it here quad-sided. Right click, and if you join, you have a very nice edge. We still have some artifacts, so I would have to rebuild here some stuff, but still this will work. So let's join everything. And now the last one, if we just loft it with G2 and shift click, and you see we have exactly, so even if you check here our real mouse kind of, look at here from the top view, you see we even bent kind of a little bit inwards, right? So it's just a tiny bit. But if I play here with the light a little bit around, you see we bent even a little bit more inwards. And as you see here, so if I go to the top view, you see we also keep it like and bend a little bit more towards the center while maintaining here everywhere like a very smooth surface and keeping the sharp edge here at the front. And if you want to learn complex 3D modeling in Plasticity and model this MX Master Mouse completely from scratch, then check out my new complex surface modeling course. Inside I guide you step by step through the most powerful workflows and techniques, from analyzing the shape, building precise curves, to create clean surfaces, control blends and high quality details. You will also learn how to properly use the most important surface modeling tools in Plasticity. So if you want to master complex modeling in Plasticity, check out the first link below this video.